Hello everybody, Dead Spice here, and today I'm going to be showing a build video of my Forst-Shivver build, which is Stabbomancer and Brr-Zerker together. We are right now in a Chaos 8 dungeon, and I'm just going to show you me killing some stuff. And then I'll go over the full build with you guys and tell you everything you need for it. So far, none of the Chaos Chambers have given me any issues at all the way up to 8 so far. I know they go up to 20. I'm thinking this build will get up to 20, but I don't know how crazy it gets yet. Just figured I'd help out the people trying to make their way and get a build together. It was a lot of trial and error, but I finally got this full build together, and I'm pretty happy with how it is. Alright. But yeah, these guys are super tanky, and it's just burning through them. I mean, does it tell me the modifier up here? No, it doesn't. Dang it. I think they have about 300% extra health. We'll check after I'm done here, though. And I just killed myself. That's okay. Okay, you can see that I'm spamming between my spells and alt very frequently, just to keep my damage up. Any more enemies? Looks like there's a few more. Oh, frame droppage. We lost the counter. That's okay. And there you go. There's a whole wave on Chaos 8. Now let's go over the full build. Alright, so you can see right here before I get into it, the enemies had 202% more HP. I was a little bit over. Yeah, let's go over what we got going on here. So, the main weapon that I'm using right here is the pickaxe. This is, I think, the best melee weapon in the game. The only thing that competes with it, in my opinion, that I've tested so far is the peg leg. I just don't have a good rolled peg leg yet. Unfortunately, this was a good one, but the enchanted part on it screwed me, and I rolled it all the way to max. I didn't get a good one, so I'm waiting for another peg leg to drop, and then maybe I'll play with that more. But yeah, one of these two things you're going to want to run, the pickaxe or the peg leg. Now what you're looking for when you're rolling them is on the bottom you want warrior, or you want, what's the other one called, vampire. You want warrior or vampire on the bottom of them, and that's going to be your ad clearing weapon. Now for your boss clearing weapon, you're going to kind of want all the different elements. You can see I just have melee weapons all over. But you're definitely going to want a vampire on your boss killing weapon. Yeah, so get like a shock, cryo, corrosive, all the different elements, and get vampire on them. I unfortunately don't have them all yet, but I'm trying to work on it, and that helps me with bosses, because with vampire you can just sit there and face tank them pretty much. I really want a pickaxe with vampire. That would be my boss clearing weapon, but I haven't had one drop yet. That would be my best ideal. As for weapons, they really don't matter because I don't shoot much, if you haven't noticed. There's rare occasions where I have to shoot when there's like the eyeballs flying or the wyverns, and a lot of the time I use this SMG right here. I love this thing. It kills very, very fast. You can see the enchanted I put on it increases its fire damage. Also on this pickaxe, you don't have to get this enchantment. It's the one that I like and the one that it rolled with. Gain increased melee damage for a short duration after each consecutive hit. It's nice. If you haven't figured it out yet, enchantments cannot stack if they have the same effect. So you don't want to have the same thing on everything. You want to change it up, and that's why it's nice that I have this on this, because I can't get a shield or a spell with it that would accidentally mess it up. Another thing, I hold this weapon out when I'm running around in meleeing because it has a blade on it, and you can see it increases my melee damage right there, the plus 20%. This is the enchanted effect I got on my weapon. Increases melee damage by 40% when I use my action skill, which I try to spam as much as I can. On my shield, I haven't exactly picked out the best shield yet. A roid one would be nice, but I haven't found one with good rolls yet, so we are using a tanky one, like this right here. The one I put on it was on action skill start, increased damage dealt by 20%, just stacking with the weapon right there. And then our last enchantment we have here is on our spell, and on spellcast, increase melee damage by 30%. So we get a lot of damage when we cast our spell and our action skill. As for the amulet, this one is really nice. I haven't figured out anything I wanted to switch into yet. I do like this one a lot. Whenever you cast a spell, reduce your remaining action skill cooldown by 20%. That's kind of the only part that matters. While your action skill is on cooldown, spell damage is increased by 30%. That don't really matter because I'm not using it for damage. I'm using it for the cooldown to get my action skill back quicker. Class mod, these are always really hard to roll. I do like this one a lot though. This Commander's Smart Armor of the Dynamo, because of that bottom effect down there. Your critical chance is reduced by 50, but damage is increased by 50. I crit so often, it doesn't matter about that chance, really. The rolls I got on are really good in the middle there. You can see I got that melee critical chance to make up that 50% loss. I got the movement speed, which was huge, and ability damage is pretty great too. But unfortunately, the top rolls are kind of crappy. The Berserker is the secondary, so it gets only 15, and then Clawbringer is the top, which we are not that class, and most of the points are not in our class as well. For rings, you want to look for melee damage. That's the big one, and then anything that just helps with melee. Melee critical hit chance, melee critical hit damage, action skill critical hit damage, stuff like that. The rings you would want for a legendary version is when your ward is not full, you get effects increased by 100%, I think is what it's called. I haven't had any drop yet, but that's the ideal, is when your ward's not full, you get increased benefits because you're getting hit the whole time. So that's the whole weapon and gear there. Alright, so now for skills. So we are running the Stabbomancer and the Brr-Zerker, and we are mostly going to Brr-Zerker because the capstone on Brr-Zerker is much better than the Stabbomancer one, in my opinion. Everything here is practically spec'd for damage, and then the survivability portion is all from Brr-Zerker over here. We're running Feral Surge for our action skill because it helps us move around the map, and it's nice to proc our enchantments very quickly because it's just a quick use and then it goes back on cooldown and you try to get it back. It's very nice for that melee stacking. But yeah, that's pretty much everything here. You have some nice kill skills in this Brr-Zerker build over here, which is gonna give you healing every time you get a kill and get your action skill back, so you should be able to spam that action skill pretty quickly. Myth rank don't really matter too much because I mean you can't really focus on one part, but I definitely try to get that melee damage up down here and movement speed on Deadeye. Something you have to be knowledgeable about is when you're running Stabbomancer, your damage is based off movement speed, a lot like Zane from Borderlands 3. So try to be moving constantly when you're swinging your melees and when you're shooting or doing anything. Constantly be moving, trying to be max speed. This spell right here is very important. When your Fate Maker casts a spell, this bonus is doubled, and this is going to increase your melee attack speed and your movement speed. So I'm constantly using my spells. I guess that's one thing I forgot to say is on your spell, make sure it has very low cooldown, and you want to have one you don't have to sit there and hold. You can just cast. There's a lot of them out there. You can just click it and put it away, and you want a cooldown of around 10 to 11 seconds at max. Anything below that's great. I love this legendary one because it's only 7 seconds, so I get it back extremely quickly, which helps stack with this amulet. That should pretty much do the full build there. If you found this helpful or you liked it, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Any questions about it, it's best to go to my Discord to message me because I get hundreds of YouTube content a day, so hit up that Discord in the About section and just leave me a DM or message me somewhere around in my Discord. And make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more Wonderlands builds like this. I plan to be making a lot. I'm really excited about this game. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. This is Bikes out.